Blackstone presents Debunking FDR, The Man and the Myths by Mary Grabar. This book is read by Marguerite Gavin. For Steve Ackman, a child of the Great Depression and a great friend. Introduction. The myth of the traitor to his class. One of the most common refrains about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 32nd President of the United States, who served for over 12 years, is that he was a traitor to his class. Born into privilege, he gave up a lifestyle of luxury and leisure to enter politics and lead the nation through the Great Depression and the war against fascism. This is the refrain of such popular contemporary historians as H.W. Brands, Doris Kearns Goodwin, and Jean Edward Smith. These historians, who follow in the footsteps of those who came of age during Roosevelt's presidency, such as Arthur Schlesinger Jr., William Leuchtenberg, and Joseph Lash, can find little fault with FDR. In the historical recasting, his moral failings, such as the affair that destroyed his marriage, is presented as an opportunity for a feminist liberatory awakening. The persistence of the Depression led to needed long-term structural changes in the economy and government. Although FDR's foreign policy resulted in communist tyranny over Europe and Asia, he defeated Hitler. The historical consensus about Roosevelt's heroic character was made possible by the pathologizing or demonizing of those who held contrary views. Schlesinger was the first among prominent historians who began diagnosing Roosevelt hatred, which he said began to be noticeable by 1934 and acute by 1935 as something different from honest opposition. In the second volume of his famous three-part The Age of Roosevelt, he called it an emotion of irrational violence directed against Roosevelt's personality rather than his program, incoherent in its argument, scandalous in its illustrations, sometimes scatological in its imagery. It emanated from psychopathological impulses and from a common social source, the American upper class. A swelling flood of stories, many unprintable, came from the channels of the rich, the clubs, the banks, the brokerage offices, the Park Avenue salons, the country club locker rooms. It was a disease of the rentier class. Depression and the New Deal had knocked the pinnings from under them. Everything they stood for seemed under mortal attack, and worse.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?